Hello and welcome to round 2 of the Mega Man X Sweet 16 brackets. 10th match of the tournament so far. We've got for you tonight ColonelFatso versus Reabs. Or Reabs. Either way. We've got some pretty good players of MMX here, of course, just like everyone in this tournament. ColonelFatso clocking in his qualifier time of a PB 35-39. Very impressive to get a PB on any single 3-hour match. Reabs getting a 36-54 in the qualifiers. And we are getting underway here just in a second. I am Yondo Lash. I am met here with Ultra Uberness. Hello.
What's up, homie?
Yeah. Excited for this match. Oh, looks like we are getting underway. It's getting started off on this intro highway, sometimes called the reset highway. Just a lot of running and mashing here, pretty much. So we've got the winner of this best of 3 match will be facing either Walrus Prime or Poison Curls. So looking forward to that match as well. Coming up to the first RNG element of the run, the bees. Both players taking them down effortlessly. Reabs getting the health drop, so it has lots of health for the potential task car strat at the end of the level. We've got running, we've got shooting, all the good MMX stuff.
Gotta love your classic Mega Man where you're just shooting, fighting all your way down a highway. Actually, a broken highway.
Very broken highway. These robots have been wreaking havoc on the city, and X is just plowing his way through the rubble and through the cars, little tank cars. Getting nice task car strats from both players here, saving that little bit of time from running on top of the cars. The ship running away from Reabs. Colonel getting a very nice aligned ship. Just that little RNG element.
There's not really too much to say going on in the intro. It's kind of like, your tutorial type of thing. You're like, hey, this is what you can do. Just shoot, jump, wall kick, and then Zero comes in to save you every time.
You gotta love those classic games that instead of just straight up telling you how something works, this game actually forces you to teach yourself how to wall kick. Once you kill one of the bees, it drops you into a pit and you just say, well, how am I gonna get out of here? Until you figure it out on your own. Coming up to Eagle, where we get the first most important speed upgrade of the run.
I believe you mean Icy Penguin.
Penguin, right. It's the jerk birds. They're all the same to me.
So we got Icy Penguin. Yeah, so we go here first for some fantastic boots that make you kind of move a lot forward faster. Everybody knows dashing. That's kind of how, fast, or how this game picks up pace. Otherwise, it's not really too much different. I mean, kind of give you a heads up, like ColonelFatso's been a long time speedrunner of all these Mega Man games. Reabs, he plays a lot of particular ones. He plays X1. He's done, he's a really top time for Mega Man 11. So, nothing new with these guys. They're used to these kind of games and how competitive back and forth times and speedrunning can be.
Oh yeah. We've got about a 6-second or so difference between our runners coming up out of the capsule on this first of potentially 3 races to come up. Coming up to a snowball section, a notoriously difficult section to execute optimally. However, it is my favorite. One of my favorite spots of the whole game.
Well, that's a little unusual. Most people don't say this is their favorite spot to speed run.
Well, you know, you gotta like the hard parts. That's how it is for me.
I do believe Reabs got a 420 door. I think I might have looked at that wrong.
I wasn't exactly watching the time, but Reabs had a very smooth snowball section. ColonelFatso took a couple of bonks through there, so he caught up just a little bit, I would say.
So, pretty standard fight with. I feel like Penguin has a lot more mobility with certain moves he does. But you kind of want him just to stay put. You definitely don't want to do those belly slides there because that's just wasting time. He cannot be hit. Other than that, every time you hit him, you want to hit him with a dash lemon, which does double damage. And if you have time, you can actually charge Buster. But you know, both those people are out of the stage. It's very easy to die there, so glad they're all out of there. And on to Kawanger. Everybody's favorite tune, apparently. Everybody loves this stage's music.
Some classic, iconic X music. Gotta love the soundtracks of this game. It's not a single one that's bad. There's just excellent ones and ones that are just a little less excellent.
Definitely nothing zero based. All right, so we're past the turtles on ColonelFatso. Got a little hiccup there at the end. Reabs hot on his trail. This ace is really close still. You kind of see them manipulate the way the turtles kind of shoot their missiles. That way you don't just bonk and you don't like lose time. It's really just straightforward. Make sure you dash correctly. But we're on an elevator. We're coming up to the first trick that a lot of people know of Mega Man X1, Iceless. So we'll kind of see how it goes. Kawanger stage is very vertical, so a lot of climbing. Not you're used to, going right and win type of thing.
We got ColonelFatso coming up to the first Iceless attempts. Going for the double kick method.
You got a second try.
That second try? Okay.
Yeah, that was second try. I saw that. I was like, oh, okay. The first one looked a bit off. He didn't get a high enough kick there. Reabs getting their second try, I believe, as well. Or was it third?
It's glitching a little bit, but, second or third. Somewhere around
either way, it's still really close. It does. I mean, that was still really good. That was pretty clean. I always say if you can get it in 1 or 2, 3 tries, you're pretty good with the way it what you're supposed to aim for. Because after you miss once or twice, you can kind of get a mindset where you just kind of spiral of just missing all the time.
It is a very precise trick with several different elements to it. Getting it within 3 tries is always very nice.
Reabs going for the CFO, oh, but it does not get it. Ah, man. I always love seeing that kind of thing. I got it the second time, though.
ColonelFatso with the 3x boomer time. Very respectable.
Man, this guy is on pace. I'm about to tweet it out, ColonelFatso. No, I'm just kidding, man.
We might have another tournament PB coming out from Fatso. Never know. That PB in the qualifier was within a 3-hour grind. It's impressive to get that PB there. We got a phantom trick coming up from ColonelFatso. Here comes the
Is he gonna get it? Oh, he's buffering it. He's got it.
Yeah, going for the buffer strats.
Look at this guy. He is on his way, skipping the entire stage of this game right now. He doesn't need anything except for that E-Tank.
Looks like Reabs got it. Yeah.
Yep. So he is flying as well, like Aladdin or whatever you prefer to call it. But yeah, it skips a lot. It just skips everything on the stage because the stage is so like you could just go above everything and just keep on moving. Reabs triggering the background. That's gonna cause him a little time loss.
Ooh,
triggering the background is causing laggy.
At least to get that background. Now, the iceless trick itself is actually what helped make people decide, hey, look, we can phantom grab these carpets. One day, someone was grabbing the heart tank with the boomerang to save that extra little second or so, and all of a sudden, they've got a platform surrounding them, and then word spread. Speedrunners do not like to hide their strats. We are a community. We work together to make games as fast as they can, pretty much in every game that is speedrun.
Eagle started diving on ColonelFatso though. So when you dives, you get 1, 6, 7, or 6, 7, 8, or 9 dives, depending on what he wants to do. He kind of took off a little too early for probably ColonelFatso's taste there. Reabs getting the floating one, which is a little bit easier to hit. Coming back down, that's what you want to see kind of there. Is he going to get a good pattern? He's floating back up, so he's getting a little bit more time to hit him. Oh, but he gets one dive.
That's very good.
That's kind of see how he's catching up right now. You know, Fatso just teleported out and Reabs kills him. That's about a 12 to 15 second difference. So this is still a race, folks. You know, it can go either way. You know, on our way to Burnin' Nomander, whatever a Nomander is. But Fatso dropping from the top route.
Oh, let's see what goes.
Getting a nice break. That's really good. That was really clean. That's a good way to go. That's amazing. So the difference between the top route and bottom route for kind of what you saw there at the beginning of Outflint, this doesn't really do too much. It just kind of makes it cleaner for the top way. You can save like half a second to a second just based on movement with the conveyor belts. But bottom route is definitely a lot more
going for the wiggle strats. ColonelFatso trying to despawn that shot to climb up, get that tank a little sooner. Ooh, does he? That was so close.
Yeah.
One frame away from getting that heart phantom grab. Not a big time save, but you always want to get as many time saves as possible. That's more of a hit or miss strat. It's not really worth setting up, but it's always satisfying to land. Moving through, we took down the Glacier Palace, so this place is just coated in ice. Makes things a lot easier, as well as less laggy from lava shooting up and everything. Allows bottom routes and consistencies. Looks like ColonelFatso may have extended his lead a little bit more during this stage by just a bit. Most certainly.
Yeah, Reabs was having a little bit difficulty with some of the grab, including the heart one. He had to shoot it a few times. But other than that, I mean, it did definitely set back a few things so that making a space a little bit wider, but still not too far behind. I mean, we got a lot of stages to go. We still got a lot of stuff happening. So in at least one more race.
There are a lot of walls to climb between here and the end, especially this stage. A lot of things can happen on Spark Mandrill stage. Very technical stage. Getting stuck on the ladder with some fire wave strats going on.
I see what he was trying to do. Yeah, he was trying to do. Okay. Oh well, you could despawn that. Okay, that's right. So he was trying to go for a flame strat to kind of reduce lag. It's very straightforward. A lot of people do it, but because he was already charging quite a bit on the ladder, he decided just to bail on it and just despawn the two tanks. So Colonel Save Strats is trying to, you know, make it safe for everything. See, we got Thunder Slammer, not too difficult of a boss. Just tornado him, he dies, it's over. Reabs on the hallway had a mishap. He had a really clean beginning, I noticed. That was really nice. I want to give him props for that one.
We got ColonelFatso coming up to the heart grab. Let's see how he does. Gets the downward boomerang, which is okay. That's a pretty quick backup. Not much time lost from that. It's a kind of precise trick. Certainly not as precise as Iceless or anything, but here's Reabs coming up to it. Pretty much the same result. Oh, but despawns his boomerangs. Taking some time to get that weapon swap ready, but moving on like nothing happened. Trucking forward. Always staying mindful of the present and future for speedrunning. You don't really want to dwell on what has happened. You want to keep your mind on, all right, what's coming up? What's next? I know a lot of runners of speed games, they'll, even during load screens, sometimes they'll just be like thinking, okay, which pixels do I need to remember? What strats do I have to do? Pixels and frames. Pixels and frames. Getting some ice shots in, you can get an extra shot off before he breaks free of his ice, which is convenient for speed. Gives him an opportunity to do something, the boss. ColonelFatso riding the first cart of the run.
He does go for the trick, but I think he only goes it for one time. So if he misses this, it's he just does it the regular strat the other way.
Gets a drop.
It's a little too high. That was a little too high, but good form. Definitely good form for that for sure.
Yeah, that's a very difficult phantom grab. Of all the phantom grabs in this run, I would deem that one the most difficult. That's done RTA. Got Reabs coming up. Ooh, no drop.
Oh, no drop. Oh, man. You hate to see that happen, man.
Yeah.
But especially when it could save like 6 seconds, man. That's just so... So we're on our way. You gotta love the cart dashing here. It's not just for show or, you know, just kind of kidding around. It's more of to despawn these pesky birds that like to cause a lot of lag, so it slows down their game for no reason. They kind of just jump to avoid them from even happening. We getting a roll. Ooh, 3, 4. Come on, land, bro. That was 5. Dillo. I always felt like ColonelFatso gets just the wrong shtick from Dillo every time. Like, he always rolls just for days, every time. It's just so crazy. He can literally hit the wall and then just stop rolling, which is kind of what you want to see. So,
let's see what kind of RNG we get for Reabs.
Oh, one
Very
roll,
nice
just
pattern.
yeah, just on the ground.
Coming up to the water stage. No
Everyone loves
video
the water stage.
complete without a water stage. Mario, Donkey Kong, everything. Always some form of water. Gives you some different floaty physics. You can just jump for like 20 yards. No problem. Or whatever it is. Lots of mini bosses this section. It's the mini boss rush. First boss rush of the run. Taking him down with charge shots with ease.
And then we got we got a good pattern with the missiles. I call them torpedoes, but I guess they're death something. But on his way to get Octo has one item that you have to collect. That's the heart right here. You have to kill this water snake. Dies real easily from tornadoes because it takes hits every other frame, so it's like just dies instantly type of thing. So it's a way to kind of move forward. Just different than the other subs. The other subs, like, they have longer iframes, so it takes longer to kill them.
Coming up to another RNG boss. How many swirlies will he get? Taking bets.
I'm betting 0.
I'm betting 2. 2 swirlies. 2 swirlies for
Fatso, on you.
1
Oh,
swirly for Reabs.
already the commentator curse already. We got one, so that's pretty okay. And especially in the tournaments, you don't want him just to kind of keep jumping up in the air, trying to kind of vacuum the whole area. So, and his Reabs can actually catch up. Never mind. One, two. Oh, we got a full one though. Missed the fire strat there.
Right, people use the fire wave to. There's a potential for an infinite combo from Octo, just wipes you out, and you can use fire wave in a specific manner to cancel that potentiality. Very nice strat find from somebody. I can't remember who. But the strat.
I know. Zam posted about it, saying it can help with not catching that overflow from Octo.
Right, Zam has founded many a strats for this game. Did a lot of work on the speedrun, making it fast, working together. Pretty good green biker dad fight there. Let's see if Reabs doesn't get any jumps as well. You want him to stay grounded. Ooh, takes a bonk. That's a little bit of a time loss there. A few jumps. You will have another attempt at that armadillo phantom grab to potentially capitalize on some time there. Grabbing that extra life, absolutely required. Can't finish the hundo run without that life. Or a extra life. Just flowing through the swamp section like there's not even any muck below him. X has got some pretty fine boots to be able to speed through muck like that.
Yeah, they don't even get dirt on them either.
Self-cleaning too, man. Jumping mechanism in your gloves, everything. Just has to punch a wall and he flies up. Smooth infinite combo fight from Colonel. Hopefully we'll see the same thing from Reabs. Healer Zero again. The so-called hero, but all we ever see him do is say, yeah, I'm gonna go. You deal with all this. Nice spark strats there by ColonelFatso. The opening section of this revisit is certainly one of those higher difficulty moments of the run. Higher than average. Coming up to grab the final piece of the puzzle to the sacred Hado. And there it is. Man, that thing took me so long to find. All those years ago.
Find it out in igloos. Who knew? Yeah, I never actually found all the items, I think, as a kid either. That was always a mess. I mean, there were some obviously ones in open areas, but Fatso does go for a second try. Oh, but no drops, and he didn't fall. That's all right. That's all right. We're on our way. We got all the items. Well, not all items, but we got most of them. We're on our way to get the last one. I hear it's Fatso's reason why he loves 100%.
9 back kills so far, and only 1 drop from that spot. Getting a nice cart activation, very optimal. Landing as far left on the cart as you can. saving all the frames. Here we got Reabs coming up to the Phantom Crab. What's gonna happen? Gets a drop. Oh, that was
pretty close. That was really close.
I deem it 1 frame, 2 frames tops away from nailing it. A mere 0.016 seconds off. Now we're on to the revisit section. Like I was saying earlier, the winner of this match will move on to face either Walrus Prime or Poison Curls. The winner of that match will face this winner in round 3, the semifinals. Basically, we're just revisiting the capsule section. It's an incredibly hidden item. Oh, that was good. He stuck to the wall there, Reabs. Don't go in that boss door. If you land in the boss door during this moment in the run, you have to exit the stage and play the entire level over again.
Fatso getting some clean visits. You kind of want to see that cliff pretty clean, but you also don't want to like land. You just want to go straight into the pit so that you just keep on pressing forward. It's just kind of the way the flow of the game works. Every time you stop, you're kind of causing more time loss when you don't need to be. There's more jumping, more despawning birds, more. I've noticed that birds are a common thing of just problems in Mega Man X every time.
Indeed. Why are they dying? They are dying over and over. They are trying to visit the end of the section. The end of this level, you have to visit it. On that 5th time, the capsule shows up.
Oh.
Was it? I don't know if that was a visit. Was it?
We'll find out actually here on Reabs' stream. He's not that far behind, so this should be the next one he needs to see. And there it is. Yeah, all the visits were clean.
It's the
Fatso scared me. Oh, dude, that was a really weird jump. I thought he missed that. Oh man, that was sketchy on my part right there. That if he had missed that, that would have closed the gap a little bit more. But he got it. Thank goodness. We're on our way.
Nailing Vile Skip. Going for an interesting method where even though touching the ground activates the cutscene, he did a jump off of the ground itself while the screen was still panning up. Jumped just early enough to try and eliminate a wall kick. Every wall kick stops you for just a little bit, so you always want to opt to jump off of a surface. So it is a little bit faster, but also kind of sketchy.
Reabs did get the leap of faith, but his climb was a little slow, so that last green platform blocked him a little bit, so he had to wait. Making leap of faith a little bit useless at that point, but he's still right on Fatso's trail. Fatso can easily do something to change this around. Reabs can easily catch up more. It's still a race, folks. We are on our way to finding Sigma.
Throughout these stages, the Hado, to be able to use the Hado, you have to be at full health, so neither one of our runners want to take any damage whatsoever. It's like ColonelFatso going for the Tiki Climb. Very nice strat. Nails it. Pretty precise.
Yep, everybody, Rib Zero. Not, big day. Rib Zero, everybody. Oh, Fatso goes. That's right. He goes for the safe strat. So the kind of thing there is you'd start Kuwanger as if you would when you're fighting him normally, but when you land, you would just fire the Hado so that you avoid any chance of him teleporting. A little bit slower, but definitely not safer than him teleporting all around you.
You got Reabs coming up to the climb. Pops the early sting. Looks like he's going for a lag reduction strat.
Easy spider there. Um, got the babies. That loses time on Fatso's side, but still pretty clean stage. I gotta say, no major setbacks or anything.
And seeing no teleports from Kwanger this run, always a good thing. He can just immediately start teleporting around, and it's very difficult to land that Hado.
Sigma 2 on Fatso's side, one of my favorite stages. Minus the bosses. I just like the way you kind of have to move around here. So,
The stage does have some nice movement. Ooh, nice spider kill from Reabs. Very early on this Hado. ColonelFatso coming up to the famous 4 gap ladders. Let's see how many gaps he lands. 1. The crossover for number 2 gets 2 out of 4. If Reabs can get 3 or 4 out of 4, I'll just deem him the winner from the time save.
yeah. So the Hado, we explain how it works, but what it actually is that it's an attack that only does 32 damage. It's actually not a one-hit KO. It actually does 32 damage. Funny enough, every boss does have 32 damage.
Nice gap jump from ColonelFatso. That's one of the hardest in the game. Leading up, gets both of the ladders approaching Rangda.
Get some green eyes though. So the main reason I mentioned 32 is because there's like actually mini bosses who have more than 32 health that will actually not one-hit KO with the Hado. You actually have to hit it twice. Good eagle on Reap's side. Fatso not letting up. He's still keeping his pace. So, but Reeves is not either. I've noticed that he is trying to keep on moving here. So we still got a race. You know, we got a lot going on here.
Coming up to the final stage before the last final boss stage. ColonelFatso nailing Dillo skip. Very smooth.
Wow, Reeves got the God rank. Oh, he has one cycle here.
Yeah.
A little bit later than that last one, but he still gets a good rank. That is really clean. That helps him a lot, actually.
Air Hado. Bam! Hadoken. Oh, there's...
Oh, that was sketchy, too. The ice was a little too far in the wall, I thought. I wasn't sure if he had a platform to land on. But he still gets it. That is amazing.
Clutches it out. Carefully lining up the Dillo skip. And poof, he's in the boss arena. Victory! Got another Air Hado coming up for Reabs. A pretty interesting strat. It's similar to the buffer that ColonelFatso did on the Magic Carpet. The reason is that it ensures that you get the frame perfect dash and jump for the carpet that earlier. I'll get more into that later.
Not too much going on here. Just a lot of boss rushing. They kind of just threw the rest of the bosses in this stage here. Kind of just make sure you kind of, mind yourself of taking damage. But really easy just to kind of progress from one boss challenge to the next. And then you're on your way to D-Rex.
With some video game stage music that just reminds me of general video game grinding. Just rolling on. That
was scary.
It's a scary stage, man. No mistakes here.
and gets the D-Rex auto. That is pretty clean. Fatso coming in, leaving. He probably teleport. This is 34. This could 35. Could be a bit sketchy. Yeah, this could.
Oh man.
This must be a really high 35 though, I think. It's gonna come down to hands too, though. It's gonna really matter like how it's been blocked and everything.
Right, there's still some RNG in the way. Trying to clutch out the 35. What's gonna happen? Let's see if Reabs can get that Dom Dukin strat too. It's pretty awesome. When you're up against the dog car, you can just jump up on the platform. And as you jump up, you get yourself up against it, ready for the hotto, and bam, as you land. Pretty tight strat. Nice.
Yeah, he has 16 shots to still 35. He could do this. It's be really close.
Oh yeah, I think we're gonna see a tournament 35 coming up here in a moment.
Fatso's a real good player in any percent, so he knows where he needs to land with the hands. So with him, lightning it doesn't mean too much. And that's a wrap. 35-50. That was clean too, man.
Oh man. Reabs still on a pretty good pace himself. It's really, he would have had to PB by 40 seconds to clutch out the victory here. So ColonelFatso not giving an inch.
Reabs is really close to his own PB as well. So I mean, not to take anything away from him.
Right. Ooh, getting blocked. Looks like Reabs' timer is showing only 11 seconds behind on PB, although he does typically run on the US cart. It breaks out the Japanese cart for that extra bit of time save, clutching out the 36-42. Very good time.
Nice.
Very respectable tournament time. And we have a winner! ColonelFatso, round 1 of best of 3 of this match. So, we've got one more race coming up. Hopefully 2. Hopefully we get to see that tiebreaker. GG's all around. Gazing out at the stars. Just been spending all day, all night, all day and all night, taking out the fortress. Just been in that thing for days, wreaking havoc. Finally victorious. And peace reign through the land. For now.
Only his buster will know for sure.
Alright, looks like we got the resets in. Looks like we'll be getting started on the way right away. Coming up to game 2 of match 10. ColonelFatso checking on his control scheme. Look at that R-dash schematic. The schematic of champions, some would say. I've always been an A-dash guy myself. Oh, and we're off. Oh man, looks like Reabs didn't get a title fade out. Cost him about a second there on the title screen. So once you start the game, when you hit start, if you hit start again, it fades the screen out earlier. But gotta take advantage of every frame save you can. Got the usual B business. Buzzing their ways down into the pits. Cruising along, going for a little jog. Getting that cardio in before the boots start taking over. Man, this highway really is trash. Look at all the height differences. Either this was some kind of aerial car race track or something serious went down here. Ooh, Reeves failing task cars a little bit, but still here with the right amount of health, so that's what's most important. Still kicking. Hopefully he gets a good ship. Nice. Gonna save some time from the ship differences. Ship RNG.
Ship G.
Yeah. One of the #1 run killers for top level MMX runners. Oh, the ship cost me 4 or 5 seconds again, and there's Vile with another 2. Guess we'll just kick that reset button.
Is that what I do? I must be doing it wrong. I always push the reset button. I gotta kick it now more often.
Yeah.
Show it who's boss, everybody. Well, we are back. The Penguin, everybody's favorite stage, because who can't get enough of ice and snow? Shouts to everybody in the north.
To the north. Got a blizzard just the other day.
Ah, man, my hometown got a huge bunch of snow just yesterday. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh man. Started looking like Icy Peguigo too. Like, dang. Starting to slide around, find some boots.
It's like I dream about this stage. I wake up and it's all snowy outside. I'm like, oh.
So, yeah, not too much to say with the. I apologize. There's not much to say with this type of stuff. I mean, it's just more of just trying to progress further with without having a dash. You know, and Dr. Light is apparently like, oh, I forgot to give you boots. Here you go, man.
For anyone who's just joined us or wasn't with us right in the beginning, I am Yondo Lash, and I'm joined here with Ultra Uberness.
What's up, everybody? And this is the second race of a best of 3 between ColonelFatso, a really good Mega Man runner and Mega Man X runner, does a lot of classic, versus Reabs, our boy who plays a lot of just games altogether. He plays a lot of other games, including not only like Mega Man or Mega Man 11, but some other games I've seen over the years, like I think he's in Super Metroid. Does things all over the place in general. So not new runners at all. They are used to speedrunning and just being competitive in general.
Alright, what does Icy have in store for us this run? Like some decent fights going on here. Reeves getting that nice center. Always gotta finish those fights off in the middle so you minimize the running. On to the iceless stage.
Dun dun dun.
Dum Nice gap jump from ColonelFatso. Damage boosting through, nailing the strats.
Making his way downtown.
Got a little choppy at the end, but that looked like a pretty smooth, fast turtle strats from ColonelFatso.
Reabs had a really solid one, except for the last one. He kind of missed the kick, so he had to wait just a tad smidgen of the missiles to pass. Climbing up to the tower, getting to where he needs to get this first, well, I'd say first, but the first heart of the game. Seeing how it, oh, I hate that ladder yadder, man. Every time.
The double kick setup.
Man, second try iceless, man. Look at this guy. Look at this guy, everybody. Climbing up all the way. No bonking.
Ooh,
Reabs gets his third try again. Reabs is pretty consistent just by the looks of it. I mean, there was the first one, probably could have had it just a little bit of jump off. By no means is that an easy trick. It's just more of just timing, understanding what you got to do, and just punching through it. You know, making forward and showing Kwanger who's boss. Trying to get these CFO strats.
The headbang. Now on
Kwanger likes metal music
for Reabs. Who doesn't like that metal music? Don't answer that.
Still pretty close. Fatso teleported when Reabs had already started a kill explosion, so not too far behind. I'm thinking around 10 to 12 seconds at this point behind. A lot still going on here, so don't think it's already over. We still got things to do here.
All right, and some of those things are to visit the airport here. There's even a spot on this stage. It says airport, so you know, runners over the years decided let's turn it into a real airport. Huzzah! Flying away, taking flight. Ooh, Reabs dashed for...
Oh, that looked pretty clean.
He dashed for one frame, and then... Oh, that's a big time loss there. That's about 15 seconds. You got this.
It's kind of getting worse, too, with the climb here.
The helmet upgrade. Alright, we got Reabs coming up to the notorious platforms. Breezing through, no problem. On to Jerkbird number 2. How many dives? How many dives? There's a high payout if you guess 3. Getting dives at about half health. This may be Reabs' chance to catch up some of that time loss. Every dive is about a second lost or so. Getting those dash lemons. You never want to see a green shot. Blue shots and dash lemons. Nice pattern from Reabs. Basically perfect RNG. Just what he needed. However, somewhere around 29 or 30 seconds behind at the moment. ColonelFatso going for top strat and falls. Gets stopped by the wall a little bit. Keeps it flowing. They burn in Normandy. Look out, they burn in Normandy is coming to our town. And that's why X is here. So that stuff gets shut down. Taking advantage of the arm upgrade right away. ColonelFatso getting very nice movement, going past the Heart Phantom grab, which is based on having excellent movement. Getting past that is just awesome to see. Allows all weapons to be powered up even further. Now we're coming up to the burning Normandy. A boss that optimally fought can be done frame perfect RTA. Being able to fire each tornado before his iframes wear out. Looks like he got a pretty decent fight there. I couldn't tell if he dodged one shot at the end though. Alright, next stage, Spark Mandrilla. Pretty awesome music to this stage. Some of the best, it's certainly up there. Dodging the drop, very nice. Sneaking down that ladder. I'm not sure if you have to get the fast ladder strat for that to happen or not, but perhaps you do. That's right, there's even tech to going down ladders. Nice, the charged tornado from ColonelFatso wipes out all of the bubbles, mitigating the lag. If those bubbles would have escaped, you'd have gotten up to 1 or 1.1 seconds of lag or so. Nice hallway by Reabs, coming up to Thunder Slimer. Ooh, that looked like Paul Hart. Did you see that? Did he get that? ColonelFatso. All right. You got Reabs coming up to the heart grab. Got the big health in his way. Looks like it kind of threw off the timing. It is a pretty precise trick. You really have to jump off the very edge of that platform, and it makes it very difficult when the game just stops for a moment. Taking out the boss. Reabs right on his trail. Catching him in the boss arena. What's up, ColonelFatso? He says, I'll see you on the next level. The next boss arena. And those punches, he's being pretty elusive right now. The Mike Tyson punch. Still with us, Uber? Alright, coming up to the Phantom grab. ColonelFatso going for... Ooh, that was a close one. At least he got the drop, though. So he was able to give a legitimate attempt there. Charging up, wiping out the bats, mitigating lag. Lots of lag reduction strats in this game. Taking out enemies, using charge sting in certain areas to not have the game draw X as many times. Got Reabs coming up to the Phantom grab, doesn't get a drop. Just moves on. Always that second attempt. Oh man, ColonelFatso loses the cart. This gives Reabs a chance to gain some ground again. We'll see if Reabs gets to capitalize on some potential boss RNG as well. Never know what Armadillo's gonna do. Yeah, he can roll for as long as he wants. Gets it on his third drop. Very nice pattern. Especially in a race setting. Third open is what you want to see. You got Reabs meeting him up, saying, "Hey man, ColonelFatso, I'm still here. Don't forget about me. I'm right hot on your tail." Bam, takes him down. On to the water stage. So our runners, ColonelFatso has a PB of 35:39, which he got in the qualifier. Very impressive. Our qualifiers for this tournament was a 3-hour grind, and who could get the best time starting a run before the 3 hours was up. And impressively, he nailed the PB in there. Reabs with the 36:30 PB with the qualifier time of 36:54, a mere 24 seconds off of his PB. Basically as good as his last run was, so I think his last run was a little bit better. I didn't actually write down the time that he got, but very nice to be that close to your PB. Taking out mini bosses. Oh man, what is going on ColonelFatso? Misses 2 shots. Just climbs up there to take him out definitively. Taking a lot of damage. Now health is going to be a really big concern for both of our runners right now. The Octo boss shows no mercy and just unleashes a barrage of missiles. Reabs taking a depth charge damage as well. He's down to 3 or 4 health. Looks like a 4. It's a little fuzzy, but yeah, getting that heart grab. Both of our runners are going to have to be really careful here. Maybe even having to menu to use a sub-tank if they get in a tricky situation. Oh man, he is one body damage away from... Alright, menus uses his tank. That's gonna mitigate some potentialities of making mistakes on the end game. For the Hado weapon, requires full health. You got Reabs taking damage, only 2 health left. He's gonna have to watch out here. Oh, don't, oh man. Oh, not the homing torpedoes. The homing torpedoes will take him out. Needs to be extra careful. Here comes more homing torpedoes. Oh man! And Reabs gets wiped out. That's unfortunate. Now he's low on ammo. He's going to have to finish him off with some buster strats at the end of the fight. Only for a few hits, assuming he doesn't get any of his shots blocked by additional missiles. This race is not over though. There's a lot that can happen, even including a soft lock potential between here and the end on Sigma 1. Here come the Dash Lemons. Getting swirlies. Charge shot for 3 damage, that's good. That was actually able to save time. Sometimes doing a 3 damage hit instead of a 2 isn't always gonna save time on a boss, but it did indeed on that time. ColonelFatso takes his box on Green Biker Dad, but clearing through. Getting the final non-secretively hidden capsule, the body armor. Cutting out 50% of the damage. Here comes the heart grab, nice and smooth. Ooh, gets a little sloppy of an exit, but rolls on. Grabbing that life, that is not a safety. Reabs is going to have to make sure to collect a life before the end of the Maverick section. Getting the toe. Saving the frames. He's not giving up here. Onto the Chameleon. Nice little infinite combo strats going on here. And nails them with the pixel perfect stage center. Losing no additional frames to that victory music. Initiation. Got Reabs cruising through the swamp here. Getting through decently smooth. Just collecting that one big health pellet was the only real stall here. Nice spark strats from ColonelFatso. I love the angled spark moves. Another infinite combo on Reeves' side. That was a very nice opening from ColonelFatso on the Penguin revisit. Looks like Uber had to step away for a bit. So you're left with me, Yondolash. Alright, coming up to the Phantom Grab attempt. And no drop. So at least we have it confirmed. It wasn't a technical issue. He's not still there talking, thinking you can hear him. Grabbing that tank. Rolling on, killing bats, mitigating lag. A lot of enemy kills are for the lag reduction strats, which can absolutely pile up. There's a lot of lag reduction that happens on here during the end of the level. Coming up here in about 15 seconds, we're going to be seeing some jumps from Fatso. Those are not just for show or swag. These are actual speed strats in the making. In the happening. There's these pesky little lag birds. Little miniature lag gremlins. Looks like Reabs is farming that life. Very good thing. not good that he didn't randomly get a life anywhere else, but that bat is the only bat like it in the entire game. It is unique, and more than just that, it only drops extra lives 50% of the time. Excellent spot to have on this stage to be able to take care of any life deficits. That was a very optimal visit from ColonelFatso. That was so close that I'm pretty sure that was a... Oh man, Reabs, watch out for those spikes. It did look like a visit to me, but it was just on the fence, teetering. Reabs coming up to his first kart ride. Getting rid of the flying lag gremlins. Riding on karts. Going fast. Oh yeah. ColonelFatso, first one to the Hotto capsule. Very good Hotto time. And coming up to Sigma 1. Time to climb into the Flying Fortress as it makes its way out of the Sky Bay. Coming up to Leap and makes it. Very nice. Killing enemies or lag reduction. Taking some intentional damage here. We've got an unwinnable boss fight coming up against Vile yet again, the guy we saw in the intro stage. He'll continue to fight you until you got low health, and then he tries to capture you to steal the technology of your amazing suit, complete with interdimensional pockets. How else all that ammo? All those weapons, all those tanks, all those hearts, power, everything. There are multi-dimensional pockets throughout the suit everywhere. Got Reabs coming up. Oh, ColonelFatso misses the Hotto, but nails it right away. Reabs coming up to the Leap of Faith. And his faith was pure, and the leap was true. Coming up. Taking those intentional bonks. And right here, we're able to cancel the bonk animation against the wall, which is why we choose there to just sit there and take the majority of the damage. Another Tiki climb attempt by Fatso, a very awesome strat. Getting the climb and makes it. Only a few frames to spare, just like that strat always has. It's very important with that strat to do your wall kicks as far away from the wall as possible. If you do every single left to right wall kick up against the wall, you cannot make that climb. Very, very specific movement needed to make it possible. Vile's gonna try and take X out and steal the technology. The technology will be ours. What? It's even more powerful than I thought. I guess I'll just have to blow you up. And let's see how that plan went. Yeah, not so good. Fatso moving on to Sigma 2. And it is now early morning. If you take a look at that background, you get to watch that sunrise. Got the very early, still kind of blue darkness of the night. The night sleeping and the day rising. Hadouken! Oh, box the thing. There are 2 different RNGs from Penguin that you can get. One of which, that strat would have worked. Looked like he was going for a maximum time save there, potentially. That may not even have been necessarily a mistake. He could have been going for a coin flip for just a few more frames. And falls. That's okay. He's got a nice lead here. Oh, falls again, taking damage. Also had to use that sub-tank earlier, so he may only have just the... Oh, okay, so he does have 2 more points in an additional sub-tank. So if something minor does go wrong later, he will be able to recover from that and maintain Hado strats. Taking out the RNG birds. Hadouken! If that truly was him going for a coin flip, I respect that. Low risk, high risk, low reward. Getting a blue eye, very nice, and another red eye drops down, takes damage. Is he gonna menu? No, he's not. He's just gonna finish it off. Probably the right choice. And nails the hot 1 cycle. That was a pretty optimal 1 cycle, I gotta say. That thing was more than 10 frames away from reaching the center. 60 frames per second. Alright, coming up to the boss skip, Dillo skip. Decently precise trick, looks like he nails it. Prevents that screen from scrolling up, skips past the trigger. Moving on to Air Hado as Reabs comes up to the face. Rangda. Nice, a blue eye and a red eye. Okay. An Air Hado, Hadouken. Nice, 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 good stuff. Looks like he's going for the consistency strat, freezing him in place for the Hado. A calculated move. Nails it. Alright, we got Reabs coming up to another big boss skip. Big bad boss skip. Oh, nails it. Fine. It's like ColonelFatso took some damage there. Had to pick up the health pellet. Probably about the same amount of time as menuing for that health, so good move. Air Hado. Hadouken. Oh, I forgot to explain. So, with the Air Hado and ColonelFatso use the buffered strat for the carpet strats. Even if you lay the controller on your knee, have your fingers right next to each other and just boom, hit that controller. Sometimes those frames will be just like 1 millisecond or just less in between the 2 button presses. And just very, very, very rarely that will be the slice moment that it stops checking for inputs. So doing that pause buffer strat way back on Eagle is good move for race setting. Comes up to Dom Dukin, nails it, no problem. That buffer strat is kind of a basically a subframe defender. Back on the Eagle Phantom Grab. Very rare to see that happen though. But does... Oh, he does R-dash, that's right. So he can't even hit the controller, so it certainly helps there. It's a lot harder to coordinate two different... Yeah, a top button and a face button at the exact same frame. Then just two face buttons. Reabs gets the frame perfect Mammoth Hotto. Makes him just jump right into it. Nice Hotto strats from ColonelFatso against the dog. Coming up to Jedi, and on the right, Dom Dukin. A strat that once upon a time, runners who would try it would just leap from the left side of the wall and onto the platform. I have seen some runners still use that strat before. It is always whatever's best for the runner. Easier strats are not necessarily the easiest strat for every runner. Or something like that. We got ColonelFatso coming up to the final hits, gets knocked down, taking some damage, but just a mere 2 shots away, and boom, seals in the victory with the 36-41. Congratulations. Very, very respectable race time. .36s on no resets are good. And that will do it. ColonelFatso takes the match and will be moving on to face the winner of Walrus Prime versus Poison Curls. But yet, still got to take down the wolf. 16 rolling shields away. As his opponent's staring out over the ocean, making sure no little boats surface from the wreckage. And finishes with a 37-42. A decent time. Looks like we've got ColonelFatso in here. Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Congratulations on the victory. That first run, nailing the race 35. Very nice.
Yeah, it's actually my very first race 35, so I'm very pleased with that.
Wow, cool. A race PB. Very, very awesome. So how did you feel during that race?
Well, you know, it was a run that was like about 10 seconds behind my PB coming out of AMAV, so I wasn't like stressed out or anything thinking I was going to PB or something. And so I ended up playing the last half of the game kind of almost identical speed to my PB, so I'm happy it worked out.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I noticed you used those buffer strats for the Eagle. That was pretty nice.
Yeah. In races, like especially in tournament settings, I'm gonna go for all the consistency strats for sure. It's not worth, you know, saving a second and a half most of the time if there's a chance that you're going to lose 15 seconds instead.
So would you go for consistency strats if you knew you were, say, like 20 seconds behind or so?
Yeah, I have very few strats that I will like cut or add depending on my pace in this category.
Okay. Very cool. So you will be moving on to face the winner of Walrus Prime versus Poison Curls. You think you'll be ready to face one of those two?
Yeah, in an upset situation, I think I can win. I think I can win against Poison, but I know that Walrus will beat me because He's a lot more dedicated to, like Mega Man X speedruns than I am.
Right, kind of hard to take down the king.
Yeah.
Well, very, very nice job. Was there a favorite stage during the 2 runs, first or second, that you had?
That's a good question. I think that my first Chameleon stage went really well. Which, I mean, that's an easy stage, sort of. But also, my first Octo stage, I'm happy with as well.
Yeah, those are some very clean stages. Congratulations. And looks like we have Reabs in here. Hello.
Hi.
Hey,
GG, Fatso.
Thanks. GG as well.
and that first race was pretty close to your PB there. That was pretty nice. You've been having your tournament races have been close to PB for the most part.
Well, the 3630 is on the US card, so like I was really like almost 30 seconds away from my PB, even on that first race.
Yeah. So now that the tournament is done for you, what plans do you have for the future? Are you gonna keep grinding MMX at all? I know you dabble in a lot of different games.
I'm not sure. I do kind of want to like get another PB in X, but like real life stuff is like super busy right now, so I don't know if I have like the time to do it, because I like my stream schedule is getting chopped down currently.
There you go. Good luck.
It's just rough if you're like not like if you're not doing speedruns like all the time. It's real easy to get rusty.
Yeah, especially in a game like X, it's very unforgiving. You make one little mistake and whoa, lots can happen. It looked like during that Octo fight where you took the death, both runners were pretty low on, both of you were pretty low on health. So that was pretty scary to watch. Just about at the same time. It was unfortunate, but given the death, taking that in consideration, you still clutched out a good time on the second race as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think even during the second race, I think really the only mistakes I made were, I mean, I had that death, but then I like missed carpet. Like that was pretty much it. The rest of the run was pretty solid otherwise. Like it would have been another close to it would have been like the same thing as the first run if I didn't have that death.
Yeah, and then we maybe could have been seeing a third game right now, and even.
Yeah. Well, when I was doing it, I was just like, I don't know. I guess I didn't think about this till after the fact, but I probably could have just sub-tanked there. But I don't know. I like didn't realize how bad off I was until it was too late, basically.
Yeah,
that kind of stuff can happen in racing.
I was at similar, not quite as bad health as you were going into that fight, and I actually did take the sub tank, so that might have been the game changing difference right there.
It might have been.
GGs to both of you. ColonelFatso, do you have any other like games that you run or anything like that?
Well, yeah, I play Mega Man classic games. Like the majority of my speedrun time is on Mega Man classic games.
He runs Mega Man 3, the best game ever.
Yeah, well, yeah. I just finished running Mega Man 3. And we'll be getting back into it because it got into SGDQ. So that'll be, I guess in May, I'll start playing Mega Man 3 again.
Congratulations.
Right now playing Mega Man 4. I don't know.
And that's a speed game in itself.
anything that isn't practicing for this tournament, basically.
I want to say good job to Reabs and Fatso. I was watching. I had to step away. My apologies, family stuff. I was watching. You guys did really well on the first race. I saw you, Fatso. Yeah,
I realized.
I was like, I was screaming. My family's wondering what's going on. I'm just like, never mind.
The speedrunners are making mistakes, guys. Don't you get it?
Doesn't anybody care?
I care. Make sure you give both of our runners a follow. ColonelFatso, Mega Man runner. You'll be seeing him at GDQ run at Mega Man 3. That's pretty sweet. Not easy to get into GDQ. And follow Reabs. He does all sorts of things. Even if he may be needing to cut back a little bit on his streaming, he's still a great streamer. Both of them are. Give him a follow. Check him out. Say hello. Uber, do you have any questions or anything else to say?
Nope. I guess. Do you plan? I guess one question. I guess then is, Fatso, do you still plan on practicing with making it to the semifinals now, or are you still just going to be doing 4?
I mean, I did about a cumulative hour of practice for this match, so I don't see myself doing much more than that for the next one. Unfortunately, it's just not in the schedule.
Well, you have to race either Poison or Walrus.
Yeah,
at least it's not world's best
it's a
player.
situation where if I race Poison, I'll probably beat him, and if I race Walrus, he'll definitely beat me. So it's kind of pointless to practice.
Well, hey, you had those 35. You had that 35-50. That's still a pretty good time. So
Well, thanks.
Oh, if Poison wins that match, look out! He's calling you out.
Yeah, well, if Poison wins that match, then he probably deserves to win against me too. So.
Any final remarks, Colonel?
No, it's really fun playing Mega Man X. That's pretty much it. It's fun to play this game in a tournament setting. It's fun to play in this sort of accelerated tournament where we're not having weeks of downtime, which is really nice.
Mm-hmm. Any thoughts from you, Reabs?
No, pretty much the same thing. I'm just like, it was fun to do like races again. It's been a long time since I raced Mega Man X, so like it was fun to do this again. I'm really big into races, so
yeah. All right, looks like our next MMX match is scheduled for Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. That's going to be Bobanim versus World's Best Player. So catch us then for some more high-level MMX runs.
Good job, everybody.
Good job. Golf claps all around.
Good game, Reabs.
Yep, good game. Good luck on the rest of your matches, Fatso.